Invoice adjustment. Okay. Invoice adjustment means, say I have posted an invoice and I came to know that the amount was incorrect. Now I have to post an adjustment. Okay. So let's understand the scenario in Excel first, then we'll go to the system. It is also known as revenue adjustment or invoice correction. So for example, we talked about three type of charges. So first we have an installation fees. Then we have a recurring and first then an invoice. And so today we are going to talk about say invoice adjustment. Okay. Invoice adjustment means, say I have posted an invoice and I came to know that the amount was incorrect. Now I have to post an adjustment. Okay. So let's understand the scenario in Excel first, then we'll go to the system. It is also known as revenue adjustment or invoice correction. So for example, we talked about three type of charges. So first we have an installation fees. Then we have a recurring fee. Then we have a usage fee. Now this installation fee will be posted only one time. Then recurring fee will be posted every month. Say I'm talking about Jan, Feb. Okay, now this recurring fee will be posted every month. Usage fee, it will be posted maybe say for the month of April, July, then October, November, December, based on the usage. Okay. Now, once the invoice is posted with this fee amount that I received from CC or any other external charging system, or maybe it can be received from SOM as well directly, then after posting the invoice, a customer can raise a dispute that this is you have sent an invoice on a higher side. Then we have to adjust that amount. Okay. For example, say for a month, um, recurring fee is posted as 600 and a usage fee of or consumption fee is posted for say 150. Okay, say without tax, and it was invoiced as this plus this 750, and on top of that taxes are charged. Okay, some VAT is charged, say 5%, equal to this into 5%. Now add this, the total invoice 787.50 was charged to the customer. Now, upon receiving the invoice, customer says that, okay, this invoice, the consumption fee, recurring fee, they will not context because protest, because recurring fee every month they are paying the same amount. Maybe the consumption is recorded on a higher side. The customer may raise a dispute, and upon investigating, it came up to be it. The company found out that this amount is on a higher side. That is, this should be 120, not 150. Okay, for example. Now there are two options. The first option is called cancel rebill. Here the invoice will be cancelled or reversed altogether, and new bits will be received from CC, and then it will be again re-invoiced. Okay, this is option number one. Or sometimes the cancel reveal the client, the your company, your client may not want to go for the cancel reveal. Why? Because this this is a regulatory tax invoice. Okay, canceling this tax invoice can have some lower level, I mean downstream implication, like for example the VAT they have recorded, they have to do some adjustment. Maybe in the portal they have uploaded this VAT and all. So sometimes the client doesn't want to go for cancelable, then they go for the second option, that is applying a credit note. Okay, credit note slash credit memo. Credit note or credit memo means whatever invoice I have posted already, if I want to reduce that, we call it credit note or credit memo. Similarly, if I want to increase that, we call it a debit note or debit memo. Debit note or debit memo is not that popular because if I want to increase, then these notes are posted, these adjustments are posted. However, generally, if a lower amount of invoice is sent to the customer, they will not raise any dispute. And if and in FICA, generally there are so many customers, business is very less likely to identify that maybe a lower amount of invoice was posted. But again, I will configure both of these. So credit note is used to increase the original invoice slash receivable or open item, and this one will be used to credit note will be used to decrease. Yes, Praveen, tell me.
Yes, sir. So there may be one more scenario where where customer has already paid it also, like invoice has got generated, open item is there, and customer has paid it. So in that case, we'll do that reversal of payment and we'll follow this reversal
No,
of
no,
invoice and
payment will not be
Mhm.
reversed. Payment will not be reversed. Customer has
Okay.
paid. Payment will be reset cleared. Invoice, if you go for this one cancelable, then invoice will be reversed, and say customer has paid. Say without tax, I'm talking because again taxes will come into the picture. Say invoice of 1,750 was posted and customer paid minus 750. Now
Mhm.
it is reversed and a new invoice is posted worth 720. Okay, now the additional payment of minus 30, that will remain in the account. It can be refunded or it can be adjusted with the next month's invoice, next periodic invoice. Okay,
Okay.
payment
And
will only be reversed if it is a dishonored, fraud payment, manipulation, check bounce. This scenario, payment will be reversed.
okay, okay.
Okay.
Then what will be done means, sorry, I didn't. So if I am a customer and I have made the payment, then my payment won't be reversed.
Payment will
And you're
remain on
saying,
the account, and the new invoice
okay,
will be posted, and it will be compared with the existing payment. If the payment is on higher side, so in this example, minus 30 is the additional payment. This additional payment can be refunded or can be adjusted with the next invoice.
okay, okay. And billing document and all those things will also be reversed, right? And uh,
Yes, yes. Billing document
okay,
and bit will be accepted. Billing reversed, bit accepted. So that next billing cycle, the bit is not billed again. Okay.
okay, okay.
This is cancelable scenario. However, if you don't want to touch that, we can post the credit note or debit note. Okay.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
we'll, yeah. So cancel reveal we have already seen, bit billing reversal, invoice reversal, bit exception we have already seen, or bit reversal also we have seen. So today we are going to learn debit memo and credit memo. Okay, or debit note or credit note, also called revenue adjustment or invoice adjustment. So let's see from the ebook. Okay, it is also known as billing request. Okay, the actual in SAP, if you go to the config node, you will see it as billing request. Page number 170. Billing plan. Hmm. Okay, here it says uh, billing request correction offer correction functionality for debit memo or credit memo creation. Hereby, the amount already invoiced to a customer can be adapted by creating a correction document and correction bits. Business example: customer Bobby complained that January invoice completes a January invoice. The service was not available at 3 days. Since the invoice was already posted and paid, the agent offers a credit of 10% of invoice amount. The credit of 10% for January invoice will be assigned to the next invoice in February. So what in this example it is saying that customer was invoiced for the entire month. However, the service was not available for 3 months. For example, we have rented the SAP Brim server. Okay, we have paid the server fees to the vendor. Now say there is an outage and system is not available for 3 days. Now if I ask them that hey, I have paid for the entire 30 days but we received the service, we enjoyed the service for 27 days, then they can offer, the vendor can offer us a credit of 10% of the invoice. Okay, the credit for 10% of January invoice will be assigned to the next invoice in February. The credit will be posted in the next cycle, that is in February, next billing cycle it will be posted, because January is already done. Okay, now create memo request is in this case is more in lightweight solution, blah blah blah, same thing it is mentioned. We'll just discuss on the few important areas, then we'll go to the system and configure it. Okay, so here this is option one, reference to invoice amount. Okay, so there are three options. First is we can adjust based on the total invoice amount. Second option is we can adjust based on the each individual line item of the invoice amount. Okay, so here total invoice amount means out of, we can post the adjustment 10% on this amount or maybe on this amount. Second option is each on this 10%, on this 10%, may on this 10%, on this 5%, or on this 10%, nothing on this. This will be line item level. Third one will be bit level. Third one is not that popular. Okay, let me show you here from here. Reference to invoice amount. So here it is saying that billing request for correction option one, reference to invoice amount. There are three bits, one, two, three. Option first and second bit are built together. One billing document is generated and third bit is built independently. Another billing document is generated. Both the billing document are clubbed into one invoicing document. So first billing document is of 40, I think minus 40. Is it? I think after comma we are getting the minus. So let's consider at 40 euro. First billing document is of 40 euro. I mean in the invoicing document, item 1 which came from the first billing document is of 40 euro. Item 2 from the second billing document is 80. Total sum is 120. Now in this case, billing request credit 10% on invoice amount. Okay, total invoice amount 10%, that is $12 billing request is generated. Now again in the via the billing request, three bits are generated. Again, couple of billing documents are generated, and here uh, invoice document February, in the February month. So in the February month, why is it saying item 120, item 230? Oh, these are new invoice amount. Okay, 20. This is February month's consumption. 20 plus 30, and the credit of $12 is given. Okay, $12 is for January month's adjustment. In absence of this credit, the new invoice amount would have been $50, sorry, 50 euro, but the 12 euro credit which belongs to the January month is also allowed. That means for February, the invoice amount is of 38 euro. This is option number one. Total level, this credit is allowed. Okay. Now go to the option two. It says reference to invoice line item. Again here 30 and 70, total 100 euro is first January month's invoice. Now billing request credit amount 10% distribution to invoice items. Okay, it is also 100. I mean you can consider like this, 100 out of 10% of 100 is also 10. So the new bit of 10 will be created, or 3% of 100 plus sorry, 10% of 30 and 10% of 70. So item level, it has taken, it has shown two lines showing that it is posted at item level. Okay, here also from the February invoice minus 10 euro. Okay, 10 euro, that is 40 euro is posted. This is reference to each line item. Third is reference to build item. Okay, this one is not that popular. Okay, now here we'll go to the customization. There we'll do the customization. We will need a couple of bit types, one for credit note, one for debit note. Also we will need a couple of uh, main and sub transaction. Okay, so here is a config node. We will come here and do all the config, and these information we will explain what are these things, and we'll create billing request. See, standard SAP has given example of charge too much, credit memo example. Next, complaint, another reason. Debit note example, charge too less. Okay, and last one is again it has created charge too less, like that. Different reasons are there. Now the good thing is here, like we did yesterday, we did discount and charges. This discount and charges, we after we define the checks, then we assign the check. Similar to clarification also, we define the logic, that is if the amount is less than 100, create clarification case, then we assign to a particular invoicing process, invoicing type. This one, there is no such assignment, you just configure it, then it can be used for any bit type. I mean, sorry, it can be used for any billing process, any sub process, provided you configure the 8120, 8121, 8122 configuration. Okay, that is the main and sub transaction, or the bits are actually, if it is assigned, then if it is assigned to that sub process, then it can be used by any invoicing process. Okay, and I don't need to assign any particular invoicing function like I did yesterday, charge underscore disk, underscore disk 2, or invoice underscore validate, validate underscore source, and validate underscore invoice. Those kind of separate invoicing function assignment to a particular invoicing process, that is not needed. Okay, that is why it has mentioned that there is no restriction for creation of billing request for correction for any invoicing process, since there is no customizing that links to billing request functionality to with invoicing function. Okay, there is no assignment. You create it, you make it available to that sub process, that's it. Okay, so let's go to the system and configure FICA IMG. So first I have to create a new bit type. Okay, so convergent invoicing, basic function, billable item management. Okay, so it will be like a refresher for you to bit type creation. Define item type for billable item. So I'll create one DR12 and CR12. Okay, DR12, do I have? No, I don't have. New entries. DR12 and CR12. Z102 debit note, Z102 credit note. Save. Next, I'll assign to the sub process new entry. My sub process is Z102, against that DR12, Z102, CR12. Save. These are done. Now I'll go to the next one. Billable item transfer. Define account assignment for billable item 8120 posting area. Okay, so I'll look for Z102 so that I can copy. Uh, I'll copy these two. Mass creation, paste, replace the billable item type DR12 and CR12. Copy data, save. Now up to 8120 I can do, but when it comes to 8121, I need the main and sub transaction. Okay, so I have to configure the main and sub transaction next. Then I can come back here. So I'll go to the FICA node in a separate screen, maybe slash o FICA IMG. For the discount and charges, we just had to create new main and sub. Here, along with the main and sub, we have to create the uh, bit types also. Okay, so let's create the main and sub posting and document, maintain document assignment, document type. Sorry. Define main transaction. Same I'll create. Let me check. Do I have DR12? Good. New entry. S DR12 Z102 debit note CR12 credit note. Save. Sub transaction. New entry. DR12 0010 Z102 debit note. Debit. Now you'll ask that why do I need a debit note credit? Because we may need to reverse a debit note. Okay. Save. Next. Maintain transaction for non-individual. Define and parameterize external transaction. Position is DR12. Debit note is done. Next is credit note. Let's validate. TNS 11H, TNS 11H, DR12, TNS 11H, TNS 11H. Okay, this is fine. Now, now we need a, GL account also. Slash O FS 00. It will be a profit and loss account similar to revenue. Okay, so my revenue is this one. Sales revenue is E102. I'll just copy and I'll create maybe 42, 43, 44. I'll create 44. 44102. Uh, I'll call it revenue adjustment rest dollar same. Same. Okay. One GL is enough. Debit note and credit note. For example, uh, if you think about payment, we generally configure the same GL for both payment and return. Okay, so if a payment comes, we debit the bank account, and when the payment is returned in FP09, we credit the same bank account. So one GL is enough for both debit note and credit note. Now we have, okay, since I'm in the FICA side, let me complete the FICA portion. Okay, I think FICA side it is over. Now let's go to the CI side. Now I have the debit and credit, I mean main and sub transactions available. So I can copy from sub process based Z102 mass creation. Billable item is CR12, DR12 here also. Okay, CR12, DR12, debit main, credit main. Let me check that is, I hope this is available in the F4 also. DR. Okay. Copy data, save 8121, now 8122. Okay, this is done. Now the last part is 2610, 2611. Okay. So I'll go directly slash o fqc0 2611 first. Let me create. That's 2409. Single copy. CR12. Same in the AR side, no change. AR with the incorrect spelling. Then single copy. DR12. Then I'll create again with uh, division 01. Single copy. And which one did I miss? CR12 with division 01. Let me validate whether the four combinations are created. Go to selection by content, main transaction, click on the green tick, add both the main transaction CR12 and DR12. Four combination CR DR blank division, CR DR with 01 division. Okay, so the BP business partner account assignment is done. Next is general ledger account assignment 2610. Selection by content. Z102. Mass creation. What is this? CR12 and GL account is this one. Installer same.
So in 2610, always GL account will be revenue account. 2611, it will be always reconciliation account, right?
Yes, yes. Not all. I
Okay.
mean, for 2611, it has to be recon account. 2610, it will be a profit and loss account, not revenue always. It can be a cost account also. It should be a profit and loss account.
Okay.
Okay. Then I think looks fine. Copy data. If there is any error, it will show me. Okay. So let me 2610. Let me validate the 8 combinations are already there by content, main transactions, CR12 and DR12. There should be 8 combo. What did I do just now? It did not create or what? God, I just created. Oof, I have to create again. God, I just created. Didn't I save it or what? What if I save? No changes made. CR12 is there. Okay. CR12 4 lines, DR12 4 lines. Copy data, save. Why after saving no changes are made? This is strange. I'm creating, but it is saying no changes were made. Let me try again. See, they are gone. Mass creation, Control V, again Control V. Okay, copy data. 8 entries were copied. Save. Okay, now it is taking. CR12, 2 lines here, DR12, 2 lines here, blank division. Then CR12, couple of lines with 0 1 division, couple of lines with 0 1 division. Okay, this is done. Okay, so
In this
one.
case, we created only one GL. So when is the case when we go for two GLs? Like, because here also we have debit and credit scenarios, but we took only one GL.
Mhm.
So if there will be two functions like invoicing functions as we created yesterday, one
No,
is
no,
charge and
there
one is discount.
for
Mhm.
this no invoicing function needs to be activated. Only
Okay.
this main and sub transactions are the only thing. If the account
Okay.
assignment is there, then it is possible. And 2GL, if your client wants that I want to post debit note in one GL, credit note in another GL, then you can assign like DR12 with one GL, CR12 with another GL. Okay. Mostly they will not
Okay.
say, but if required, you can assign.
Oh, oh, okay.
Okay. So this is done. Billable item transfer is done. Next, for billing, we have to add few things. So come out of basic function, go to billing process, billing item type. Okay. This is the billing line item. Here we created till here. Okay, Z102. So I'll create two more. So just copy these two. This will be 5. This will be 6. I'll call it credit note and debit note. Okay, these are my billing line item. This will be my billing document line item. Okay, so we'll pause here for a minute. We'll come back. Please join back in 1 minute. We'll continue with the rest of the config and end user part. Okay, thank you.